Hello everyone. As usual, I'm giving you a video to help you set up your week. You know that we are in week 6 already, and we are finally in the topic of argumentation. As you all know, the argumentative essay is the last essay that you're writing for my class, so is the most important essay. In this essay, you are supposed to include all that you have learned in previous weeks. In an argumentative essay, you have expository writing. You could have narrative writing if you wish to include it. You also do analysis, text analysis, and then you bring a new artillery, which is the argumentative strategies. The first thing that you want to do in the week is open the planner, and in the planner you have all the information of the material that you'll be reading. In the first place, you have to read from Andrew Lansford, um, Everyone's an Author, uh, Part 4, The Centrality of Arguments. I'm giving you here a detail of the pages that you need to check, pages 373 through 417. And also Strategy for Supporting an Argument on pages 418 through 441. In addition to that, I'm including a complete chapter from John Langan's book, College Writing Skills, with readings on argumentation. It's crucial that you read this chapter 2, which is a more synthetic approach to argumentation. And I'm going to recommend you to start from John Langan and then move on to Andrew Lansford's chapter. The reason why I'm recommending you to start from John Langan is because John Langan uses the classical strategies for argumentation. He makes a typology of what we need to do whenever we are defending an argument in writing. He refers to the use of courteous language, acknowledging differing viewpoints, acknowledging the validity of differing viewpoints as well. Also, to finding common grounds with the person you're having a conversation with in terms of argumentation, and also to rebutting, which is the typical argumentative strategy. So it's important you read the chapter. You can find the chapter here in in the uh, in the course material on argumentation. The chapter is I divided the chapter into two parts: argumentation behind the scenes, part one, and argumentation behind the scenes, part two. Is a PDF. Is not a big PDF. Is just like less than 10 pages. So my recommendation is that you start from Langan and then go on to Andrew Lansford. In Andrew Lansford's text, I, I gave you the pages already, and the focus is analyzing and constructing an argument. And then you will have the same terminology, I'm sorry, the same content that John Langan presents in his book, but using different terminology. And Andrew Lansford here reading where is the argument coming from. This is equivalent to what John Langan defends in acknowledging differing viewpoints, which is making an inventory of the argument of the other side. And then what's the claim? What's at stake? Andrew Lansford presents a very interesting theory of the stasis theory of argumentation, which focuses on the crux of the argument or the center of the argument. So, as I told you, begin from John Langan and then go to Andrew Lansford. It's very important you pay attention to the models of argumentation that Andrew Lansford presents. He refers to the classical, the Aristotelian model, relying on the ethos, logos, and pathos, and and then she continues presenting different models like the Tolmie model, which is confrontational, the Rogerian model, which is more closer to the invitational model, which is a non-confrontational model. So it's important that you read all this information to be ready to do the activities that we have for the week. Today we are starting the second and last participation forum, and as before, you need to remember that you need to have 4 entries, a minimum of 4 entries in the forum, whether you're answering a question directly that I'm posting or you're making a comment of what your partners have posted. So the forum starts today. Today, Tuesday, is the only day that's going to be dedicated entirely to MLA. I would like to uncover a couple of topics that I didn't touch on previously and are important for the last exam. So today is MLA, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be dedicated entirely to argumentation. I'm going to give you questions as we did before, and then you are answering my questions or making comments on what your partners have posted. So this is in relation to the contents that you need to read for the week. The 2 days of the forum, and I already mentioned that, and then I need to talk about the video conference. We have a video conference scheduled for this Saturday, but I've received lots of requests to move it to Friday. So I decided to move it to Friday, and I'm going to give you 2 options for participation. We are going to have one session from 9 to 10:30 in the morning, and the second session, the second option for attendance is from 5 to 6:30 in the afternoon. So I'm giving you one early in the morning and then the other one late in the afternoon. I'll be sending you during the course of the week, before Wednesday, I'll be sending you the question for the video conference and also the link, the access link for the video conference. So, and before I finish the video today, I'm also including a second video in the notes section about argumentation. So you may want to watch that video after you have read the information in John Langan's book, in Andrew Lansford's book, and then the video. The video is going to be like a conclusion to the topic. In the video, I'm also referring to some of the points developed by Lansford and Langan, and also giving you examples of a thesis statement from an argumentative perspective. So if you haven't watched the video for the analytical essay, you may want to watch it as well, because in that video I put together 3 thesis statements, one from an expository perspective, one from an analytical perspective, and then the last one from an argumentative slant or perspective. So please, we are in the last 3 weeks of a course, and my word of advice is that you apply yourself and do a good job now, especially in this last essay, because this last essay is the one that includes it all, from our expository writing, analytical writing, argumentation, but it's also the most important essay in terms of grade points. And here, if you check the difference, you'll see that the other essays were worth 5 points over 100, and this one is now 15, for obvious reasons. So please contact me if you have a question. As usual, I'll be more than happy to help you.